I was at the gym this morning and I watched the teaser for the Anthony Joshua-Daniel Dubois face-off, and like a lot of people, I was very intrigued by what I saw. And I'm going to show parts of it, obviously not the full 1 minute and a half because this video will get taken down in a heartbeat, and then give you my thoughts on what led to it, what this means for both fighters, the mentality that both fighters could be having at the moment, and what this means for the actual fight.
I'm just ready to fight.
Let's go.
But let's wait till the 21st.
If he wants to swing, go. Let's go now.
Sharp, relax.
If you want to go now, let's go.
Relax. There's a chair across your face. Don't disrespect.
No, you can't intimidate me.
Don't disrespect.
You can't intimidate me.
Daniel, don't
Who
disrespect.
Who do you think you are?
No, don't disrespect me on my life.
No, it's okay. No.
It's good. There are a lot of things I found very interesting about this face-off. When I saw the photos before watching the actual video, I thought, Anthony Joshua seems to be very intense. He seems to have the eye of the tiger, that killer instinct, that warrior mentality that he had back when he fought Dillian Whyte, who is the last British guy he fought, and aside from Jarrell Miller, which by the way we've still never to this day seen the face-off between these two, is the last guy to get under Joshua's skin and get Joshua mad. So I found that very interesting, and that is a fantastic thing. If Anthony Joshua has the mindset of search and destroy back, if he is agitated going into this fight, if he is angry, to an extent obviously you want to control it, but if he has the killer mindset back, then that's great. That is the Anthony Joshua the world has been craving to see since he fought Vladimir Klitschko. Now the big question is, why does he have that mentality back? Why Daniel Dubois? I don't live in Great Britain, so I do not know what kind of history these two have when they were amateurs, when they were both in Don Charles's gym, when they sparred together. I have no clue. So those of you who do know, drop it down below. And the channels who know the British scene much better than me, like G-Man and Hatman and Chris Andre, etc., they will talk about any rivalry these two have from those early days. With Daniel Dubois, I did get the impression that, to an extent, he is telling himself to try and get out under Anthony Joshua's skin, or at least be confrontational with him. Is that because he's trying to, again, pull a Dillian Whyte or a Jarrell Miller and really go for the jugular? Or is he just trying to talk himself confident? Because Daniel Dubois, the very funny thing about this guy is that he has proven to be very robotic, the way that he fights, the way that he stands, the way that he holds his stance when he's in the ring, but also his personality. He's a very reserved guy, Daniel Dubois, almost like he's a boy still. And the ironic thing is that that is what Anthony Joshua has been accused of for many years, that he's fake, that he's PR trained, that he tries to be politically correct when it's not about him, and he just comes across as ungenuine, and people don't like it because they want people to be real, etc. Daniel Dubois, I don't know what goes on in this guy's head. Is he trying to be genuine? Is he trying to be fake? Is he trying to be something he's not? Does he even know what he's doing? And he is just going off his instincts, and for whatever reason, he just comes across as weird and awkward and reserved, etc. I don't know with this guy. It's very ironic for me that he trains under Don Charles as a professional, because Don Charles is a guy who likes to take this almost surrogate parent kind of role, the way that he talks about his fighters, the way he says, you know, the kids behave themselves. I mean, I remember when I watched some of the interviews he did before the Audley Harrison-Ali Adams fight, man, that was long ago, and he was saying, you know what, I'm very impressed with the kids behave themselves, and he still does that now. It's funny that he is Daniel Dubois' trainer because, again, Dubois comes across as such a boy, and Dubois also has his real father around him a lot. And by the way, I'll be talking about this in other videos, that James Ali Bashir, a guy who has seen it all, done it all, talks about how his father is too overbearing, and boy have we heard those stories before. Again, the interesting things about this is that Anthony Joshua is the seasoned pro. He's the two-time champion. He's the guy who has been missing something for quite a while now, and he's trying to get it back. He seems to have it back in terms of, again, the killer instinct, the eye of the tiger, and he has it against the new kid on the block who is wanting what Anthony Joshua has had, and he's looking to take what he is looking to regain, and He is, again, the guy who was very quiet, very reserved, and you don't really know what's going on in his head. And for this, he is suddenly coming across as very confident and almost like he's trying to prove something. Now, there was nothing that showed me he was being really disrespectful to Anthony Joshua, but I think he knew what he was doing. Again, reserved Daniel Dubois knew that if he said to Anthony Joshua, hey, we can go right now if you want, that's going to invoke a response, because Joshua is not somebody who wants to let anybody bully him, especially the new kid on the block. And again, any amateur history these two have, you guys who do know can drop it down below. Again, Daniel Dubois knew what he was doing when he said to Joshua, hey, we can go right now. And Joshua was very quick to say, hey, don't disrespect me. And I don't know if this is going to bring more anger out of Anthony Joshua or anything, but before Daniel Dubois spoke out and said that, Joshua already looked intense, and that's a good thing. So I'm very intrigued to see this fight. I have been favouring Anthony Joshua from the very beginning because, and here's another ironic thing about this, Joshua has always been accused of being a big stiff robot, Frank Bruno 2.0, etc., and for many, many years. And the ironic thing is that that is exactly what Daniel Dubois comes across as. I mean, the way he holds his stance, the way he stands, as I said earlier in the video, he is a stiff robot. I mean, this guy, it's almost like he doesn't know what defense is. And that is going to be a problem against Anthony Joshua, who is taller, who is rangier, who has a very good jab, and is a very good counterpuncher. Especially when they get up close, Joshua, he has enough experience to where he knows, or should know, how to tie Daniel Dubois up to protect that chin of his and not let Dubois get those big body shots and uppercuts off. So he should be able to tie him up, and when they exit, that is where Joshua is very dangerous with his uppercuts and the way he counters. I mean, just ask Vladimir Klitschko. So I think stylistically, this is a good fight for Anthony Joshua. It's a challenging fight. It's one where he needs to be on his guard, but it's good. Daniel Dubois, since losing to Alexander Usyk, has proven himself to be a top 5 heavyweight. In fact, a lot of people will say that Daniel Dubois has already surpassed Deontay Wilder in terms of resume and who he's beaten. So I'm looking forward to this fight. Let me know what you guys think down below about the fight. Who are you favouring? And who else was intrigued by these two having to be separated by security? Those are my thoughts. Let me know yours down below. Who are you picking and why? And do you think this face-off is going to affect either of them psychologically, in a good way or a bad way? Like the video and subscribe to the channel for more. Catch you later.